Hi guys, and welcome to another video. So in today's video we've got a couple of things to cover. We have a potential signing, or should I say there's a hint of a potential return for a former fan favourite. He has hinted at returning to the club. Whether there's much in it, I'm not too sure, but it's always interesting. And it's just another one of those that could potentially pull on the heartstrings. So I will delve into that. But we also have an update on Niall Huggins that I'm going to get into first. And it isn't good news, and I'm genuinely devastated for the lads. So Sunderland did announce today, they did put out a short statement saying Sunderland AFC confirms that Niall Huggins will undergo surgery after suffering a significant knee injury. The Wales international was withdrawn in the 85th minute of the club's fixture versus Coventry after landing awkwardly. Although no specific timescale is being placed upon his return to action at this stage, it is expected that the defender will miss at least the remainder of the 2023-24 season. Everyone at SAFC is supporting Niall at this incredibly difficult time and will be working hard to get him back on the pitch as soon as possible. So yeah, it's gut-wrenching for the lad because he's already got this horrific injury record, and just when we thought we were past it, he's had several injuries in the past, but he's managed to get himself into the starting 11. And not only that, he's one of the first names on the team sheet for me. He has been that good, and his improvement has been, again, probably one of the best in the squad so far this season. He's been that good, be it left back, right back. He's really made his place known and made his name known across the side. And I have nothing but positive comments to make on Niall Huggins. At first, it was a case of he seems a little bit soft, a little bit all over the place at the back. He improved drastically, not perfect by any means, but he improved drastically on the defensive side of the game. And going forward, he's been absolutely outstanding. At times when we are struggling a little bit to bring the ball forward, he will single-handedly drag us up the pitch, and he has been absolutely outstanding. So if a game which you're 3-0 down, the game is dead, he's just kind of gone up for the ball, landed so awkwardly, and on the still shots, it looks horrible, and he just knew there was something wrong immediately. And it's just his luck. It's so heartbreaking for the lad, and I am genuinely gutted for him because, as I say, he's one of the first names on the team sheet. So we have to find a way without him. Sealt has done a very good job at full back, although I did make my opinions known. I would prefer to see Sealt at centre half if we're going to see Sealt at all. I don't think he played badly by any description at all the other day. I don't think he played badly. That isn't what I was getting at. I just feel like there are others that could, drive us forward at right back. He did a very solid job, and I just think as a centre back, that is where he is most comfortable. So if we are going to get another right back in, or use someone else as a right back, I'd rather see O'Nien at right back, and then see a partnership of Sealt and Ballard, two big brick shit houses at the back. I know O'Nien has largely made himself a relatively decent partnership with Ballard, but I just feel like O'Nien has the experience at right back. He too likes to bomb forward. It's not really Sealt's game. He's an out-and-out centre-back. So I just feel like why, although, again, like I said, he's done very well when he's been there, why sort of limit what we could do on that right-hand side, or whichever side they ended up playing him? Why limit someone? We'll limit what we could do. We'll limit our attacking output for the sake of it, But we'll see anyway with that. But yeah, Niall Huggins, it's devastating, and my only positive thoughts and well wishes to the lad because he's been absolutely outstanding. My heart does break for him. It really does. But anyway, moving on to a former fan favourite. We've actually had this before. I'm pretty sure it happened over the summer as well. He may have mentioned it, but it's cropped up again. Only as of today, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was today, about an hour or two ago. A relatively large, a very large, sporting media franchise on Twitter did post an interview, or bits of an interview, with Yann M'Vila. Of course, all those years ago, he did have that successful loan spell with Sunderland. I thought he was very good, very solid central midfielder in the Premier League. And then, of course, the David Moyes era came to fruition, and we, for some reason, went for Didier and Dong, and spent a load of money on Didier and Dong, and Yann M'Vila, even though I believe we had an agreed cut price for him, we decided to go for Ndong and just ignore Yann M'Vila. Of course, there was that famous, I think it was a Snapchat or an Instagram story of Yann M'Vila saying, I'm here in England, and Sunderland aren't answering the phone. And that was just absolutely heartbreaking because we loved Yann M'Vila and he was a very, very good player. of course, he's a bit older now. And for those who are thinking, oh, but what's he going to do at this age, or in his 30s now, what can he offer us? You know, he played, I think it was 40 plus games last season, and I think 10 or 11 of them were in Europe. So I think he would be able to cope with the Championship. Do you know what I mean? I think he's still got it. But anyway, getting to what has been said, Yann M'Vila, former Sunderland player, flirts with shock return to the Black Cats. He has stated in a recent interview, "I don't need the money, I want to play. With all respect I have for League 2, I don't see myself playing in this Championship." League 2 being obviously my pronunciation might be wrong, but the second division in France. He said, "There is only one club for which I would have agreed to return to a lower division for, and that is Sunderland, to help them return to the Premier League. I had an extraordinary year there. I'm not just a footballer, I can help on and off the pitch. I know the moments of crisis. I'm a reliable person, and if you trust me, I give it back to you 1,000 times." And that's all he wanted from us. He wanted that bit of trust, and we just didn't give it him. For whatever reason, our hierarchy, or maybe David Moyes just wasn't interested in him and he wanted to bring in his own. I don't know. It was a mess when we said no to Yann M'Vila, and M'Vila fell for the club. He fell in love with the club, as do a lot of players when they do come to wayside. And it looks like if the opportunity was there, Yann M'Vila would jump at returning to Sunderland, and I would absolutely love that, and I think it would fit the bill perfectly. There's been a lot of rumours recently that a lot of Premier League clubs are flirting with the idea of going for Equa, which, if the money was right, I would just say yeah. You know, we got him for absolute peanuts from West Ham, from their academy. He had a string in the side where he was absolutely outstanding. He had his injury, and since he's come back, he hasn't been the same player. He hasn't. As much I know that there's a really good player in there, there's a quality player in there. If a certain sum come in for Pierre Equa, I would not be against selling him. I just wouldn't. And if that meant that we could welcome some experience that we very clearly need, you know, with Evans out for however long he's going to be out, we have such a lack of experience within the squad. And some of the experienced heads that we do have, they're either injured or not starting anyway. I think Yann M'Vila would be absolutely ideal in the middle of the park, because he has that quality. He would have that leadership quality and that ability. And, you know, like he said, he wouldn't look down upon the thought of dropping down to the Championship. So, of course, it is just a sort of off-the-cuff comment from Yann M'Vila in an interview somewhere. And I wouldn't read too much into it. But it's just something to discuss and something to talk about. And I think that's a very interesting one. It's one that I would welcome with open arms. But yeah, so that's everything so far, of course. I just thought I'd give you an update on a few bits and pieces. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about the injury, of course, to Niall Huggins, which, again, massive shame. Who would you replace him with? Huggins, would you bring someone else in, or, you know, would you just await the comeback of Sirkin? We don't know how long he's going to be. Would you go for someone else? Are you quite happy seeing Seal play at full back? Because he certainly isn't a wing back, in my opinion. And what do you think about the potential return of Yann M'Vila? Would you be a yay or nay? What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. But if you have enjoyed, please hit the like button for me. It would be massively appreciated. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already to become a fully fledged member of the Sarny Army. But for now, take care and stay jammy.